Peter, it's going to be at Donnybrook. How does this process work after the first Tuesday in November?
Well, Tom, the question is whether or not we might get a name before the first Tuesday in November, before the election. And that would be a signal that the Democrats are worried, the administration is worried that there could be a Republican Senate and that it's going to be a challenge to get someone approved for this job in the next Congress. So they want to get it done in the lame duck. And, Tom, it's going to be a political bloodbath no matter what. That's the sense I have right now. Republicans are already lying in wait to challenge whoever it is the president picks for this job.
I agree. I was sort of surprised. I've yet to see an article with a real beauty list of candidates. Are there any obvious choices?
The list actually, Tom, is very long, and we've heard from administration folks up on Capitol Hill as well. You can go two ways. You can go inside Washington, people within the administration who have ties to the administration. That list includes Donald Verrilli, who's the Solicitor General right now, of course, argues up at the Supreme Court. The number two at the Justice Department, James Cole, and then the President's White House counsel, former White House counsel, Catherine Rumler. Those are inside the administration. Two other names to keep an eye on outside of D.C. would be Kamala Harris. She's the Attorney General of California, rising star in the Democratic Party, and Loretta Lynch, who's the other U.S. attorney in New York. She's the Eastern District versus Preet Bharara, and she's a name, again, another rising star within the Justice Department, someone Holder thinks very highly of.
Of course, everyone's focused on who will replace Holder, Peter, but what about Eric Holder's legacy? A bit mixed here, because a big check mark if you're looking at civil rights, maybe not so much if you're looking at financial crime, fighting financial crime, that is.
Well, it's historic no matter what. The first black attorney general, this was someone who was very close to the president even before he arrived within the administration. Again, his supporters, including the president, will point to his effort to reinvigorate the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice. Holder would point to that as well. He handled major terrorism, national security cases. But you're right. There are questions about his handling of the financial crisis. Why didn't we see a prosecution of a high-profile CEO? But at the end of his tenure, Scarlet, he points to, and his supporters would point to, those multi-billion-dollar settlements with major firms as evidence that this was, as an attorney general, very serious about the financial crisis and getting justice after that financial crisis.
Well, Peter, very specifically, he secured $37 billion worth of penalties and got the two first ever guilty pleas from non-U.S. banks, BNP Paribas and CSFB. Why would he be taking heat?
Well, because there wasn't a single prosecution of an executive at a Wall Street firm. And that, for a lot of Democrats in this town, a lot of progressives, that is a check against Eric Holder's tenure at the Justice Department. And, of course, there are other criticisms coming from Republicans. He was a lightning rod for criticism there. They are happy to see him go. And, again, waiting to see who the president picks to replace him.
Peter Cook, thank you so much from our news bureau in Washington.